I wouldn't assume he's outright dead,
Right.
Yeah.
but that would be kind of cool to do a Daily
What?
Departed for him.
Do I have
But like,
It would be kind of cool if he was dead. I agree.
Wow.
I don't know if he's dead, but that would be
kind
of cool though.
Be sick as fuck.
That'd be fucking dope.
I'm confused.
You're always confused, buddy. It's okay.
Yes,
it's
I know.
okay.
We love you.
I know.
Okay,
He's just ragging
so,
on Carrie when he's not
Leah.
here.
I was saying that I would like to do a Dearly Departed for Carrie's character,
Oh,
but
but
as
he's
how I
know.
read it, how I read it, I assumed that the character has to be dead. That's why they're laughing at me for saying I don't personally know if he's dead, but it'd be cool to do a Dearly Departed anyways
Okay.
for him.
What the fuck?
Incredible.
And then he said, "Yeah, it'd be cool if he's dead."
That'd be fucking
This guy.
dope as shit, dog. That'd be rad as hell. Anyways, you guys
I
ready
mean,
to start?
you might be dead.
You gotta start recording.
I already have. Got
Oh
him.
shit!
Oh,
Hello.
when?
I got that cold
When?
opening. I love it.
I did not consent.
I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Oh, you don't want that. Oh.
Wow.
You know what I was
You
gonna
gotta
say?
give us
This
some
is
warning.
That's
You
gonna
think
be.
you know a guy.
this is gonna give you just I have to tell you this because I have to share with my friends what my brain is capable of. So
Okay.
I was gonna say this is how I see Ivan in my relationship with him. I was gonna say, hey Tim, isn't it cool that you're now just surrounded by girls?
Holy shit.
I mean, you're right. Ivan
And like
is
for
one of the
5
girls.
seconds, I thought that, and I was like, wait, no, Ivan is.
No, he's totally one of the girls.
Wow.
I'm absolutely one of the girls.
Yeah.
He is one of the gals. He is a gal pal.
Because I was laughing
The
to
palliest
myself.
of
I
gals.
need to share this with the world.
Holy shit, Leah.
I literally told her, "Hey, I wanna spend $10 in Final Fantasy to change into a girl," and she was
Yeah.
like, "Go for it, dog." And I did it. I don't give a fuck.
I was like, I'm even
Hell
gonna
yeah.
change with you because girls' armors look prettier. So,
Yeah.
Girls
You-
just look prettier.
and ever
Let's
since
be
I
real.
became a
they
girl,
smell
I've become
good.
I've been
Right.
getting a lot more commendations.
Incredible. Yeah. Anywho,
Anyway,
walkers.
Walkers.
God, pretty privilege extends even into video games. That's
Yes.
depressing.
Well,
Especially Final Fantasy.
such is the world we live in.
anyway.
Anywho, huh? Hang on. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Alright.
Just casually breaking your back. All right.
He got up from the
You
bed.
good?
Finally. This whole time he's been
The
laying
whole
down.
time I've been laying down now. I had to grab my stream deck so I can control this stupid ass recording. Not that it's stupid.
Buy it now at your local Walmart.
Yeah. Anyways, picking up where we left off last session. Hang on. Need some music. There we go.
Does the music come up in the recording?
Yes.
It does, but I use mostly non-copyrighted music, so we should be alright.
Yeah.
I say mostly.
Don't sue us.
Mostly. We are on a black screen. We see the text 3 months earlier. We slowly fade into the interior of a 2-door hatchback. The engine is humming. You can occasionally hear a horn blare out somewhere in this dense traffic. We're on the interstate, I-75 north. We see Renee kind of rapping on her steering wheel. The radio goes silent. We hear the announcement of the president making a speech. We see outside the vehicle, from Renee's point of view, out the windshield, bumper to bumper traffic as far as the eye can see. Renee, traffic hasn't moved in 5 minutes at this point.
I'm already honking the horn.
Of course. You see one guy like roll his window down. Kids, by the way, we call it rolling window down because it used to be we actually had to roll physically the window
roll
down.
the window down. Yes,
Don't-
I remember that.
Don't remind me of these dark times.
These dark times. You honk, you see a guy rolls his window down and just flicks you off from a couple of cars ahead of you.
Flip
you
them off right back. Sorry. I'm
see-
gonna let you.
You're startled on your right hand side as you just see a couple of kids run by laughing and playing tag. Traffic so slow that they literally have no fear of being left behind. You kind of let your mind drift off, and then you hear you look down, your cell phone's ringing.
Wow.
You flip it open. Yeah, you flip it open. And you see on the little screen, the like
Two memory unlocked.
the 2.5-inch screen, you see it reads Liam on it.
Well, I'll answer his text message. Ain't going anywhere in this damn.
Well, it's not a
traffic.
text, it's a call.
Oh shit, my bad.
Texts are 99¢ a text at this time. Nobody's texting.
I cannot afford that. All right, I answer.
It's super expensive.
You
What?
answer.
Text costs that much?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
expensive as shit in
Indeed.
2000 early
Yeah.
2000s. I remember because it was like 2003 when I got a part-time job working for my dad's friend. Sorry, recording tangents happen in this game. And I was working for my dad's friend part-time. I bought I bought my own cell phone. My dad put it on their plan. And I was just gonna pay for it. I ran the bill up $700
Ooh.
because I
Oh,
didn't
wow.
know. I had no idea. Needless to say, my cell phone didn't last very long. That was in 1 month, by the way.
Who
Wow.
the fuck are you texting?
Yeah.
$700.
Yeah.
I had a little girlfriend at the time. Okay.
Holy shit.
99 cents, but 99p a text.
Yeah, they were expensive.
They were very
That's why it was very popular to get the plan where like shit was free after 9. That way your kids couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the thing. You click it. You immediately hear like birds chirping. You can hear like some laughter in the background. And you hear not Liam. You hear Marcus. You just hear, "Hey, Mom.
Hey, baby, what's up?
We're at a park right now. What are you doing?"
I'm still stuck in traffic, baby.
"Oh, okay. Yeah, Dad said you're probably gonna be a while."
Yeah, it's pretty. I lean out the window to see how far the cars go. And be like, yeah, there's cars as far as I can see, darling. You having fun?
Yeah, Dad said we're breaking the rules about coming to the park because we're supposed to be on lockdown. But there's already a bunch of people here anyways. They're also rule breakers.
Well, just don't stay out too long, okay? I don't know what they're going to be doing with all this lockdowns and stuff.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad. We couldn't get McDonald's because it's closed.
I'm sorry to
Yeah.
hear that.
They had some really cool Power Ranger toys.
Really?
Yeah. Dad said maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Where is your dad?
Huh? Oh, Dad wants to talk to you. And you hear the phone
All
get
right, bye,
handed
baby.
off.
Love you.
You just hear, "Love you, Ma," as he runs away. You hear another line. I was watching the news. You're gonna be at least 5 hours stuck in traffic.
I look behind me. I see that I'm trapped. Looks about it.
Yeah.
Probably could run there faster than trying to get there with this damn car.
Yeah, probably. Your sister called. She's gonna try and make it. School's closed, so.
Oh, all right. That's good. I need to give her a call soon. Um, what are y'all doing out of? I wanted to be very nice, Marcus. Because it ain't his fault. What are you doing outside of the lockdown? By the way, like, what are you thinking, Liam?
Renee, don't start. All right. I've been trapped with
You
this
bring
kid for 2 weeks. Okay.
trapped. You're trapped with your son for 2 weeks.
Now you know I ain't mean it like that.
Oh, how you mean it, Liam?
We ain't doing this right now. Just be safe, alright?
Yeah, whatever. See y'all soon. I clack it on him. I missed.
You slam!
I missed
You
flip
remember
phones
when you
purely
could do
because
that?
of that.
Holy
When you could
fuck.
slam a phone call shut?
Bro.
That shit was so
Yep.
sick.
Yeah.
Getting into an
Motorola
argument on your
flip
house
phone.
phone and just slamming it back into the receiver, like, fuck. I miss that shit. Anyways, you go ahead and hang up. Click. Just as you do.
I tossed the. I am so sorry. I'm a little irritated at Liam, so I kind of like tossed it on the passenger side. It's kind of lost right now on the passenger side.
Yeah, absolutely. You toss it over to the passenger side. It falls like between like your bag and maybe like a coat or something. That's just piled there. You look in your rearview mirror. You see a number of like bags and things that you packed. You see hanging out from one of the bags a little stuffed animal raptor head, Dr. Dino, Marcus's favorite stuffed toy that he asked you to bring. That's when you hear the droning in the background that had been going on during the whole conversation now kind of clarifies, and you pick up the last bits of the president's message, and you just hear, "And let me assure you, the full weight of the United States government is mobilized to protect you. Our brave men and women in uniform are on the ground, and the CDC is working tirelessly to develop a vaccine. Stay calm, stay safe, and together we will overcome this crisis." As he says that, you hear in the broadcast a door slam open, and you hear a cacophony of voices, and then the radio goes to static. And then you just hear the DJ come back on and say, well, that was the president, folks. Stay tuned for more updates, but for now, let's try to keep our spirits up with a little music. Here's one of the hottest tracks right now. Let's take a break and listen to, you hear...
Crazy in Love by Beyonce.
Absolutely. You hear music play back up.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. Your eyes flicker to the rearview mirror, then back to the road ahead. Your fingers kind of drumming again anxiously. You look back towards your phone, still aggravated. And as you're looking, suddenly, boom! A slam on your window startles you, Renee, and you look and you see a woman standing there, motioning for you to roll your window down, pleading with her eyes. You can see she's sweating a bit, and her eyes are wide with like fright.
Hell no, I'm not rolling down my window. Who the hell are you?
You hear muffled, "Please, could you please roll your window down?"
I roll it down just a crack. The hell's wrong with you?
"I'm so sorry, miss. Do you have a first aid kit? Some psychopath just bit my son. Can you help us?"
Oh.
As soon as she says son, I'm like looking around. Okay, Marcus is a rambunctious kid. Would I keep like something basic
You absolutely would have
in
a
my
first aid
car?
kit in your car.
Yeah, he's a rambunctious kid. Like he's very active. So, all right, all right. I open the door. I motion for her that she can sit down and bring her kid in. I'm probably got it in the trunk, so I'm
We,
gonna
if you
pop it
could,
real
if
quick.
you could grab it and follow me back to our car. I'm sorry, I didn't want him to move. It's a pretty nasty thing. He must be on drugs or something.
There's a lot of that going around over here. All right.
Yeah,
I
right. Senator Buchanan's supposed to be tough on drugs, right?
right. Grab the first aid kit, and I motion for her to follow. I follow. Yep, words are so good
Words
right
are
now.
so hard. I'm a senator. I'm not the district attorney or any law enforcement. Fuck you. They're not doing their job. So.
You, we see a POV shot from behind the car as you're rummaging through, and you grab the first aid kit, this small little tin case with the first aid symbol on the front of it. It's a little faded. You see some of the paint is kind of flaking off. You look at the woman. You see she's a woman in her late 30s with like shoulder length brown hair that is currently disheveled and frizzy from the heat. You can see like they probably definitely don't have like air conditioning in their vehicle because she is just drenched from head to toe sitting in this heat.
Bruh,
You see her
my heart
face
goes
is
out to her.
pale and etched with lines of worry, and her eyes are wide with panic. She wears this like sweat stained simple floral blouse and jeans. Um, and she says, um, uh, I do appreciate your help. My name's Laura, by the way.
Renee. Ooh,
Not sure if that worked.
it did. I see her. I see
Okay,
her.
beautiful. Oh, it's nice to meet you, Renee. It's just right over here.
Hmm.
And you see she's moving with like the speed that one would expect a mother to move at whenever there's their child's in danger. Um,
Right.
she says over her shoulder, "I asked a number of people before I even got to your vehicle, but none of them seem to care. People are so damn selfish these days."
Well, I mean, with people just going around biting folks, I guess that's a genuine worry.
Yeah. Um, you follow her. Uh, you follow her around a line of cars, kind of weaving between vehicles. You see a couple of people are kind of out of their vehicles, their doors open, the music from the radio blasting. You see a few people kind of laughing. You see one, uh, like two sets of like these kind of jacked up like 4x4 trucks, and you see what looks to be two men and a little girl in the back of one of them playing checkers on a small little wooden table in the bed of the truck, and the two men are kind of like clinking beers and drinking, basically just enjoying what time they have because they can't really do anything else. You come around the corner of the SUV, and you see a boy no older than 8 sitting on the ground, kind of clutching his arm. His face is pale and streaked with tears. You see he has sandy blonde hair kind of cut in a bowl shape. His face is tear streaked with wide, fearful eyes. His striped t-shirt is stained with like both dirt and blood. He looks like he was obviously playing before this happened, and his small frame is trembling. um
Hmm.
Let me,
Hey.
there you go.
Oh.
Oh no.
And you see the woman, Laura, kind of kneels down and just goes, "All right, Elliot, this nice woman's gonna help you wrap that arm, all right?" And you see Elliot just kind of, with tears streaming down his face, just says, "Is someone gonna help Dad?" And you look over his shoulder and you see this absolutely jacked, sturdy man in his early 40s with like a muscular build, short cropped dark hair, and a square jaw, face flushed with exertion and sweat, as he is on the ground pinning this clearly incredibly high or intoxicated man who is trying to what looks to be like bite him and claw him and scratch him. And you just hear, "I'm all right, son. Laura, just get somebody to help him." As he kind of says through gritted teeth as he's penning this other man down to the ground. You can see, while his hands are strong, already on this man's arm and his clothing are streaks of blood. It looks like he too has been bit.
The hell's going on around here? Some fucking pervert? Whatever.
It's
I look down
probably meth. I don't know.
What the fuck is the world going into nowadays? Hey, your name Elliot, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, Elliot. I need you to be real brave for me, sugar. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see your arm.
That's the dad.
Oh, he gets the chat treatment.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to put it in chat, and I finally figured it out. He shows you his arm, and like 4 or 5 inches of flesh is just gone.
Ooh. I'm gonna look to Laura like, all right. He's definitely gonna have to go to the doctor, maybe get that checked out at some point.
Could you maybe, do you have any like antiseptic and maybe some bandages? We could just keep it secure for a while.
Yeah, obviously. I'm gonna go through whatever I've been taught about first aid because I'm not good at it, but you know, I've done like cleaning up scrapes and boo-boos. So this is just a really big boo-boo.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Medicine, me, Renee Jean Williams.
Mm-hmm.
The number is 0. All right. I don't suppose I can push that in the past.
You can. I
You
pushed
can.
mine in the past.
You
Yeah.
you also don't have that stress die in the past. This is a
That
flashback.
is true. Can I reroll that?
Yeah, just click push and it should push it.
Okay.
Push it to the limit.
Okay. Push it to the limit.
Now you have 1 stress because you pushed. So change your stress level to 1.
Okay.
You go ahead and easily, you have antiseptic. You have like those little they're kind of like malleable, like metal tubes that like antiseptic and like medicine used to come in, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You have one of those and you kind of like rub it into the arm. You hear the Elliot just kind of he starts kind of like whimpering.
Hey Elliot, what's your favorite show?
Pokemon.
Pokemon. And I'm going to try to think about what Marcus has told me about Pokemon and not be the huge Pokemon nerd that I personally am. I have to roleplay a mom that only knows Pikachu.
Fucking incredible. Go ahead and give me just give me wits. Straight wits. Okay.
I am willing to push. Nope. Yeah, I'm trying to calm this kid down.
You're gonna push it? Okay.
Oh
I'm
my
going to
god,
push
that's
it
daring.
to calm the kid.
I mean, she's like, I might die anyway.
No, I'm just trying to calm the kid.
Okay.
Sorry,
you say
people.
something like completely off the wall. That's 0 successes, by the way. I gotta remember to say the success number. You say something like completely off the wall that like makes absolutely 0 sense.
I believe Marcus told me about Pokemon. There's Jongler.
Jongler?
No, that's not one at all.
Jongler?
It's square. It's God, it's some sort of stupid shitty item.
he looks at his mom, who kind of looks at you like, why are you using that kind of profanity in front of my child?
Oh,
My 8-year-old boy, why are you saying stupid shitty item?
Oh
Uh,
my god.
um,
hey, it distracted him, right?
it did distract him from the pain, and you managed to wrap the arm easy enough for those 2 successes on your medicine. And you see, Laura kind of smiles at him and just goes, see there, Elliot? She made it all better, right? He's like, yeah, it does feel kind of better. At that point, you hear a, God! And you look over and you see the husband. Mark him and the other man have now fully stood up, having wrestled up off the ground, and Mark kind of shoves him back as the man begins to like move in his direction again. You see Mark rears back and punches him across the jaw, and you hear a loud sound as the man's jaw breaks in like 3 places, and it doesn't even
Oh, I'm
seem to
getting the hell.
phase him.
Oh, I'm getting out of here. Like, look, okay, Elliot, you good? I'm not witnessing any fucking crimes here. I'm gone.
You see Mark kind of like takes a few steps back. Laura, he's high. We're just gonna have to get in the car. Get Elliot. Get in the car. As you kind of stand up and kind of gather your first aid kit to step back, you watch as the guy's chest, this clearly high out of his mind individual, 5 shots ring out straight to his chest. Shave. There you go.
Hey, there's gunshots.
There they are. And he takes them, and the 5th one kind of drops him to the ground as you see Mark kind of like shaken, looks over, and you see one of those men from the pickup truck has a 6-shooter out, and smoke is pouring from it, and you just hear him go, all of y'all all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm keeping an eye on that gun.
What was that about? And you see Mark kind of turns around and looks at him. You see the man who shot, he has short, dark hair that is kind of neatly combed with a few strands of gray kind of hinting at his age. His face is strong and chiseled with defined cheekbones and a square jaw. He has like well-maintained stubble that kind of covers his face. His eyes are like intense and focused with a slight squint that almost conveys determination. As he sees you looking at the gun, and he immediately lowers it. Sorry, I didn't want him to keep harming people.
Mm-hmm.
You see Mark kind of turns and looks at him. He was out of his mind. He wouldn't stop coming. I'm pretty sure I broke his jaw in that last punch. Anyways, thanks. My name's Mark. I never caught your name, miss.
Oh, I don't want to be involved in this anymore. I hope you understand. Police will have to be involved.
You
And
see
I
the
don't want to
man.
be here.
You see the man who shot kind of nods and just goes, "Well, I would assume so. And if you wish to call them, you absolutely can. I just couldn't stand by and let this man get attacked anymore. You can give him my
And that
name
is-
too. My name is Brian Blake."
Nope, I don't know anything about this happening. Mm-mm.
All right. In that moment, as you say that, the man stands back up, and you see it as you're looking towards Mark. He was only shot in the chest. He grabs Mark by both of his shoulders and bites his neck clean off. Huge chunk of sinew and muscle and blood just spews out of this man's neck as people in the area scream and run back to their vehicles. And you just hear the man who shot just go, "Philip, get Penny, get in the trucks. We got to get out of here. Ma'am, do you want to ride? You gonna be all right?"
I I'm booking it to my vehicle.
Your vehicle's gridlocked. You ain't going nowhere.
I know, but I gotta get my phone.
Okay, you go and quickly rush to grab your phone. Go ahead and give me a scout check as you're running.
Scout. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. 2 successes.
2 successes. You run forward as you hear screams ahead of you and to your right, and you see you look up and you see one of the nearby overpasses that just barely kind of crown this section of the interstate. The barricade breaks and you watch as this massive tanker flies off that overpass directly towards where your car is. A little bit ahead of it, however. You have time to react because you got 2 successes. What are you doing?
Shit.
You can still move forward. You can still get to your car. It's not going to land on your car. It's going to land in front of it, but there might be danger.
Yeah. Right. All right. Shit. I gotta abandon the car. I guess I'm going to take that ride offered if they're still around.
Absolutely. You look over your shoulder, and this moment where time just seems to stand still for you. The trucks falling, people are screaming, everything is just noise. You look over your shoulder and you can already see the 2 trucks mobilizing, fully ramming into vehicles and pushing them out of the way as they plan on clearly going completely off-road. The tanker hits with a loud thud, and immediately the stench fills the air. Propane.
And propane accessories.
And propane accessories. You look over your shoulder as it impacts, and you see a small flicker of flame from the engine. What are you doing?
Oh fuck. Cool. I'm gonna run as far as I can away from the situation, away from the gas that's going to just explode. I just know it. I'm sorry, propane.
Propane's a gas.
Okay, cool.
It is a guess.
Yeah.
You
Ooh.
immediately turn and begin to sprint away from this situation. You can see being helped into the back of the vehicle is Laura and Elliot, and you see whoever this Brian individual, you see the man who was with him, who he called Philip, is picking up Mark and putting him into the back of the other truck, who is like fully bleeding, but they have thrown some cloth into his neck to try and help as best they can. You rush forward as everything goes white. You feel heat at the back of your neck as an explosion rings out. I need you to go ahead and give me an endure check.
Endure is my best. Oh, no, never mind. I didn't put a 3 in it. Well,
2 successes. You feel heat at the back of your neck, and for a moment everything goes white as you are flung forward. You fly through the air, slamming into a windshield of a vehicle. Instead of taking 2 points of damage, you are only going to take 1 because you succeeded.
Okay.
You slam into it immediately. You feel just pain shoot through your right hand side. You feel a cut open up on your right hand, your knuckles, the right hand side of your head, and that is when, for the first time, certainly not the last time, you hear moaning from the Walking Dead. As your ears ringing, you hear it, and you look over as you lay in a hole in this windshield created by your body. Your vision kind of blurry, slowly clarifying. A ringing in your ear. You see that man who attacked Mark and Elliot slowly moving in your direction. You see 5 or 6 other people who are walking while on fire, moving in your direction as well. And
Ooh, what the fuck?
you begin to hear gunshots ring out overhead, the bullets whizzing past you as you see the one guy drop, 2 of the ones on fire drop, and you just hear, "Ma'am, we're gonna need to get out of here," as you see that Brian Blake individual grab you out of the windshield and kind of throwing your arm over his shoulder begins to help you towards the trucks. There we go. This is Brian Blake.
Oh, I'm Renee.
Do you say that? Do you say I'm Renee?
Well, probably not like that. I'm kind of groaning, but I feel like, we're past the part of I'm wanting to be anonymous if police are involved. Like, yeah, I'm Renee. Yeah, it's that earlier, right?
It's nice to meet you, Renee. Let's get you out of here. And you see he helps you into the back of the truck with Elliot and Laura as the 2 trucks peel out, having made a path, and begin to drive off-road. It's an incredibly bumpy ride, but you look behind you at the carnage left behind, and you begin to see people following after the 2 trucks, taking, kind of following in their lead. You see people on the interstate who look like they have been charred by the explosion, slowly standing back up. And you see people getting attacked and eaten and rent apart as well.
What the fuck is happening out there?
You look down and you see, still clutched in your hand, somehow, the first aid kit. And you see Laura looks at you and just says, "Well, Miss Renee, you want me to help you with some of those cuts?"
Yeah, I think that'd be mighty fine of you.
Alright. I get to roll,
How's
which I
Elliot?
don't get to do very often.
Ooh.
Hey, 1 success. She goes ahead and begins to, put thick bandages on your forehead, your knuckles, on your forearm, on the bottom side of it. And you look over and you see Elliot. His eyes are barely open, and it's in the panic. It looks like he is going pale.
Uh-oh. Hey, Elliot.
What?
Elliot.
What do you want? You see Laura kind of looks over. Elliot? And you see his eyes.
Okay?
His eyes kind of slowly flicker, and you just hear, "Oh, Mom, I'm a little bit thirsty."
No.
Oh.
I ain't got no water in this.
She knocks on the window. You see, it's one of those pickup trucks that have the window that slides open, the back window that slides open. Anyone who's from a redneck part of town knows what I'm talking about.
Bruh, this is just home at this point.
Honestly, you see the little girl who you heard her name was Penny, apparently, slides the door open and she says, "Yeah, You see Laura goes, "I'm so sorry. Y'all wouldn't happen to have anything to drink up there, would you?" You see Penny kind of picks up like a 24-ounce water bottle and hands it to her. "Oh, thank you, dear." And she just says, "All right, Elliot, go ahead and drink some of this." And you kind of get a better look at the little girl now, Renee, about 11 years old, kind of solemn expression that belies her young age, long dark hair that is pulled back into a simple ponytail, kind of letting her sharp expressive eyes stand out. Her face is dotted with a few freckles, and she wears a what looks to be a slightly worn and faded band t-shirt and faded cargo shorts. And she just kind of looks back at you and gives you a kind of awkward polite smile.
I give her one right back. Thank you, Penny. I'm Renee.
Well, I hope you're all right, Miss Renee.
I am. How about you? You got hurt or anything?
Oh no, my dad and my uncle will take care of me. And you see, when she says dad, she looks at the other truck, and then when she says uncle, she looks at Brian, who was driving this truck.
All right. Thank you, kind. I'm just gonna try to sit and absorb it all.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Wait, Penny. Oh, shit. Nah, I'm sorry. Y'all got any you got a cell phone or anything?
She looks at her uncle as you see Brian just kind of looks at you through the rearview mirror, reaches into his coat pocket and pulls out a black and yellow Nextel phone. If anyone remembers
Whoa.
those, yeah.
No.
And just kind of hands it through the window.
Deep cut.
Thank you. I'll pay you back. I gotta make a phone call.
No, that's all right.
And
Take your time.
I'm going to call Liam's cell phone number real fast. I got it memorized because we didn't have numbers programmed in our phones back in that day.
You had to remember them shits. Oh, you could program phone numbers, but it was a very finite number of phone numbers you could program.
Yeah.
You go ahead and dial the number. And you just hear boo 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 boo. We do apologize. The number you've reached is currently unavailable.
Shit. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So fantastic for us.
You see
I
Laura.
I got.
You see Laura, who's like holding Elliot in her lap, just looks over at you. Is everything all right?
My son went out to the park today, despite lockdown. I was gonna call his dad and see if they're all right.
Oh, is he in the city?
Shit, I know we're in traffic, but where are we specifically?
You're currently on your way to Atlanta, but traffic is so backed up that you're still like hours outside the city.
Okay, yeah, they're up in Atlanta, but that's a ways away.
Well, they did say if we could get to the bigger cities, they'd have an easier time taking care of us. So I'm sure they're all right.
You're right. All right. I'm gonna have to believe that. And then when I see Liam, I am going to kill him.
You see, Laura kind of laughs at that. And you see, Elliot's eyes are still kind of closed, but his mouth moves, and you see she looks down at him, just puts her head closer to his mouth, just goes, "What was that, honey?" As you watch his eyes shoot open and bites the side of her face clean off.
Oh,
You immediately hear Penny screaming, "Uncle Brian! Uncle Brian!" As Elliot bites the face off and then goes for another bite. What are you doing as this happens?
oh boy. Oh, I don't. Oh boy. I have no choice but to try to restrain the child. I'm not going to hurt him, but I will try to restrain him.
Okay. Incredible.
I don't know what's going on so far yet, you know?
No, we don't. This is literally the first ones. Go ahead and give me your restraining. We'll go ahead and call this close combat.
Okay. No successes.
0 successes.
Do I want to push it? Do I want to push it?
Hmm. Can you die in a flashback?
Can you die in a flash?
Can I die in a flashback?
You cannot die in a flashback. That would be fucking hilarious though.
That would be funny. I'm just gonna choose to fail that.
Okay.
I won't push it.
You see, as you kind of move forward, to try and help, immediately Brian slams on the brakes. You slam into the back of the window, not, with a sudden stop. You were not expecting it, and you roll over the hood of the truck, or the roof of the truck, slamming onto the hood, and then rolling onto the ground fully. Immediately, everything goes white again, as your body is just in pain. You take another point of damage. You feel the air knocked out of your lungs, and you hear another gunshot that rings out that is almost like muted to your ears. And then you just hear a scream. You hear Laura's voice as she begins to scream out, screaming, "What did you do? My boy!" And you just hear Brian's voice as you're like trying to roll yourself over, trying to get your wits about you. You just hear him say, "Philip, that was a child. What are you doing?" And you hear the brother just say, "I didn't know what else to do. Look at her face." At this point, your vision kind of slowly clarifies, and you kind of like army crawl to the other side of the truck where you see them standing. You see Elliot's body on the ground, unmoving. You see Laura bleeding fully from her face and just crying, holding the body. And from your position as you're sitting there, as the two brothers are talking, you see Penny kind of opens the passenger side door and kneels down in front of you and just goes, "Miss Renee, you all right?" And as you look up, you see rising from the back of the other truck, Mark. He
Fuck.
steps off of the vehicle, almost falling flat on his face. For a moment, you're like, "Oh, good, he's recovered. He can help his wife." Except there's something different about him. He's pale. His eyes are blank, much like the guy who was methed out. And you see Penny clearly reacts to your face as she goes, "Miss Renee, is everything okay?"
Penny, we gotta go. Penny,
I-
get your dad, get your uncle. We gotta go.
As you say that, you see the two men who are kind of talking and looked really fucked up about what just happened to the small boy look over at you, and then they look back towards Mark, who is now shambling in their direction. And you just hear Brian just go, "All right, now Mark, we apologize what happened to your boy. Just calm down. Just step away." And you hear Philip say, "Brother, I don't think he can hear you. He's lost too much blood. He should be dead." And they like slowly begin to move towards you, like backing up with their guns pointed at him. And you see Laura still on the ground, just crying, um, over Elliot's body. Um, and you see Brian and Philip kind of step back towards you and like both grab you up underneath one of your arms and like lift you to your feet, and immediately a jolt of pain shoots through your body. You've gotten thrown around so much.
Yeah, I am so battered right now. I'm at 1 health.
You get kind of picked up. um you feel like there might be something wrong with your leg. It might be twisted, you might have a break, you're unsure. You can still put weight on it, but man, does it hurt. um and you see Brian and Philip kind of exchange a look. That that druggie, he bit them both, right? And you see Brian looks back at you, Renee. The boy was bit.
Boy was bit. Son was the dad was bit. And I looked to Laura.
She's still just crying over
She's
her
bit.
son's body, not paying attention. You see Philip looks at Brian. Brian just goes, "We can't." And Philip nods and just says, "Then I will." You hear a gunshot ring out as the back of Mark's head blows off.
Could I have covered Penny's eyes?
Absolutely. And then you hear another gunshot. And Laura's crying ceases. Let's get out of here, brother.
Renee is very disgusted, but it's just sheer adrenaline running through her right now.
At this point, you see Philip, younger than Brian, by a few years, definitely the younger brother. A very obvious resemblance to Brian, a very obvious resemblance to Penny. Kind of rugged and weathered appearance, suggesting experience and resilience. He has short, dark hair that is neatly combed. Kind of a youthful, serious expression. Clean shaven with just the tiniest bit of like a 5 o'clock shadow coming out. Something you notice because there's a familiarity to you about it. Incredibly emotionally intelligent, sad eyes. Kind of eyes that you remember Liam having.
Oh.
He puts his gun into its holster on his side. This is Philip.
Oh, hi, Philip. I'm Renee.
And you see he looks at Brian and just goes, "Well, still the same plan?" You see Brian nods. "Yeah, we gotta keep Penny safe." They both look at you as you're like kind of being held aloft by them, pain still shooting through your body. And you see Brian says, "We're heading to a cabin outside the town we grew up in. It's pretty secluded, it's pretty safe. It's my parents are there, our parents are there, Penny's grandparents, outside of Woodbury. You can come with us if you want."
Hold on, let me pull up the map.
It's probably not on the map. However, fans
Okay.
of the Walking Dead series will recognize the name of the town.
Look, it's been a while. Been a while. I think I have no other choice. I'm a little too beat up, a little too shaken up. If you'll have me, but I can't stay long. I gotta get to Atlanta.
We'll get Penny safe, make sure my parents made it, and then I personally would drive you to Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Aren't you married?
Well,
Nope.
it's a little, it's a little
It's
awkward. Yeah,
complicated.
it's a complicated situation. Did you hear that phone call?
There is
Did that sound like a happy marriage?
Nope.
there
I
is
mean,
no
no.
ring on her finger.
They help you into one of the vehicles. Penny gets into the truck with her dad. You get into the truck with Brian.
Oh.
Well, he's the one who said he would personally drive you.
Oh. All right. It just. All right. We gotta do a little hair tuck.
Oh, Jesus
Cough up a little
Christ.
blood.
We sit still as the two vehicles drive off in the distance. And right when they get so far out of shot that we can barely make them out, the screen goes black in a transition, and it says 2 weeks later. It has been a lot harder to get to Woodbury, Renee, than they previously thought. The Walking Dead are everywhere. Nowhere seems safe anymore. The constant droning and moaning of these things is incessant. It infiltrates and digs into your mind. You can't escape it. You see Penny walking ahead of you on the road. The trucks have long ran out of gas. Gas stations don't work anymore. They tried siphoning gas a few times, but with all the newly risen undead, it's hard. She kind of skips a stone across her road, and you see a sign, a blue road sign that reads Woodbury, 23 miles. And you see they kind of sigh with relief. You have Philip walking next to you, and he just goes, "Well, this has been one hell of a road trip."
Can't say it was part of my plan. Am I still battered or am I
No, you're back.
healed?
You've healed.
Do I still have stress in the
No.
flashback?
You do not have stress.
Okay.
How
But
do you,
I still thank you for taking me along, though.
yeah,
Could
of
have just left me
course.
behind.
No, we couldn't do that. Yeah. Surprised we haven't. There's no way we're the only people left alive, right? Like, how have we not run
No.
into anyone else?
No, I refuse to that. I refuse to think that. There's got to be other people.
Now you hear Brian from ahead just goes, "Our parents, I'm sure they're safe in that cabin. I'm sure
Right.
Renee's family is safe too. I'm sure anyone who got to a major city is fine." Honestly, I'm surprised the power's still on. And you look up, the sun is beginning to set, and you see the streetlights are still on. 2 weeks after the outbreak, or the full outbreak,
I don't claim to know how any of the power plants work, but I am surprised as well.
you know, Might be some bastard keeping them going.
I would be with them, I guess.
I'm thankful for it. It'd be a hell of a time walking through all this without any light.
Hmm. What, you telling me you haven't gotten through Boy Scouts or anything? Ain't learned no survival skills?
You hear Brian laugh at that from ahead of you. And you see Penny kind of like looks back and sneers and just goes, "No, my daddy is afraid of the woods and snakes and bugs. He was never a Boy Scout."
Oh, well, don't you worry, Philip. Any snake, any critters come around, I got you.
Alright, that was when I was 8. Okay. Not scared of nothing anymore.
All right, mister. I ain't afraid of anything.
Okay. Give me a scout check.
I don't get any disadvantage for them. I bad flirting, do I?
No disadvantage for your bad flirting.
I ain't seen shit.
Is there disadvantage in this game? I don't know.
Technically there is, but it's like it's called like double low. It's where you roll 2 dice and take the lower or something like that. It's very rare, incredibly circumstantial. You see
For the recording, I got no successes.
no successes on 4 die. You see Philip kind of look at you, and you for a moment kind of lock eyes, and there's that familiar like feeling that all adults know except like maybe Leah.
I'm sorry, Leah. I didn't mean to laugh.
You know the feeling as you kind of lock eyes, and then you look past him, and unfortunately notice it too late, as about 5 walkers had been walking alongside like a lower part of the road, almost like a ditch, and have now like shambled up and are directly behind Philip. What are you doing?
Oh shit! I'm grabbing him and yanking him and running the best I can.
Okay, go and give
We
me
got some of them things.
go ahead and give me a strength roll.
One success. Yay.
1 success. You grab him, kind of pulling him back. As you kind of pull him away and spin him around in that same like fluid movement, you see he pulls out his hunting knife and just stabs the closest one backhanded in the skull and rips it free as the both of you run to catch up with Brian and Penny. You see Brian immediately pulls his gun up, and then Penny just says, "Uncle, no, sound, remember?" "Oh, right. Y'all okay?" You see Philip kind of like chuckles. "Whew, oh, that was close. What were y'all doing? You lost track of freaking biters right next to you?"
They just snuck up on us.
Well,
Could it happen to anybody?
let's not let it happen again.
Right. Focus.
You turn, and as you do, you begin to hear a rumble from ahead of you. You see a number of singular headlights in a formation moving in your direction.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information. Sorry, I thought I was muted. I
incredible.
am so sorry.
Now all of YouTube knows that you're a weirdo. You see moving in your direction on the road like 8 or 9 motorcycles. And you see Brian just goes, "Well, looks like we got some people. That's good, unless these things learned how to ride bikes."
Don't even joke about that. That's terrifying.
Should we say
Spiders
hi?
on motorcycles.
You see Philip
I
kind of
mean,
like rubs the back of his head and just goes, "Well, yeah, but let's be careful. Everything has been happening. My people could be changed. Things could be different." Right. You're always a warrior. You see he kind of like steps in front of him. Brian does, like waves his hands, and you see the motorcycles slowly begin to slow down as they approach. You see all of them wear a leather cut, which is like a motorcycle vest, with a number of patches. Some of them have patches, some of them don't. You see on the back of them there is a kind of stylized, almost like it's a patch, but it looks like a patch has been stylized to be like almost graffiti like, and it looks like a dangerous coiled snake ready to strike. And above that, you see it says the Remnants, MC, which is short for Motorcycle Club. And you see the guy at the front of the formation takes his helmet off and just says, as he pulls his helmet off, "Oh, damn. I ain't seen nobody alive in some time. How you folks faring?" You
that's
see,
about the same.
everyone kind of has a sigh of relief um, as Brian just looks and says, "Yeah, we kind of fell into traveling with this one. We were heading to we were on the interstate when everything happened a couple of weeks ago. You haven't gotten a word, right? I remember the president talking about a vaccine. How is everything?" And you see a few of the motorcyclists kind of exchange looks with each other, almost like oof. And you see the guy just goes, "Well, things they could be better. They could be better." The name's Vic, by the way. The leader of the Remnants. Y'all have a safe place to stay?
Not really.
Alright. Would you like a safe place to stay?
I look to Philip and Brian.
You hear Brian or Philip just go, Are there kids there?" You see Vic nods. "Yeah, of course. Some of us have some of our own. Is that little girl yours?" You see Philip nods, and she goes, "Hi, my name's Penny." "It's nice to meet you, Penny. You ever rode a motorcycle?" "No, sir." "Well, how about y'all hop on some of these rides and we'll take you to our warehouse. How's that sound?" You see Brian kind of shrug and looks over at Philip and just nods. "Well, yeah, that sounds pretty good." You see Vic kind of
Pretty good with
nods.
me.
"Y'all have any weapons on you?" And you see they both kind of pat their guns on their side. Yeah, we got a couple of guns, a couple of knives. Good thing we had them too. We were coming back from a hunting trip and everything happened. Yeah, it's good to know. We do as well. Can't be too safe these days. Alright, well, hop on. Do you hop on?
Yep. Because Renee has belief currently.
Go ahead and give me an empathy check.
Empathy. Neither of those were successes.
Okay.
I want to push it. I'm trying to read these people.
Okay.
Hey, one success on
That's,
the stress die.
um, one success. There is a natural kind of leader charisma, like there's this natural leadership air to Vic. When he speaks, uh, he commands respect and for people to listen. Like you can just easily pick up on that. But there's also there's a kind of coldness to his eyes. It's to that sense where, like, even though he's very pleasant, he's smiling as he speaks, his eyes don't. And I mean, a lot of people who have experienced great trauma, they have that same kind of flaw, if you could even call it that, or there could be something else there. But there is, like, it sends a chill up your spine.
Enough to give me pause.
Enough to give you pause, but Brian and Philip and Penny are getting onto the back of motorcycles.
Uh, mm. And Renee is someone that trusts her gut instinct. After her kind of pass, if she gets bad vibes from somebody, she's gonna be like, hold up. Well, where is this warehouse?
Oh, it's just a couple miles up the road? Why?
Were y'all out patrolling or something?
We do. We do. We like to keep our area safe. That's why you haven't really seen too many of the freaks walking around. Most of them we've culled. There might be a few stragglers here and about.
Mm. Renee is personally thinking about the remark that Brian said about we ain't seen nobody either. Uh, actually, I mean, we thank you for your hospitality, but we do have a place that we got to get to. I forgot the town's name already.
Woodbury.
Woodbury.
What? You hear Philip kind of Joe. Oh, one second, and he kind of like walks over to you, Renee, and just kind of looks at you, illuminated by the headlights. Um, as he just says, with his back to the rest of them, what's going on?
I'm not getting a good vibe off that guy, that Vince guy.
Well, I mean, yeah, he looks like a big, scary guy, but he seems nice enough. They got kids at this warehouse. They can't be too terrible.
That's what he says.
Why would he lie?
Philip, they patrol here, and they've been taking care of the freaks, the biters. But we haven't seen anybody else.
You see now your words give him
Something right.
pause as he kind of like scratches the back of his head. I would call you paranoid, but with everything how it is. You hear Vic kind of say, "Everything all right over there?" You see Phil kind of turn around, and just like, "Yeah, just give us a second." She's never rode a motorcycle. She's a little scared. And he turns back towards you. All right, what's the play? There's like 8 of them, and only 4 of us. If they want to take us, they can. Politely just decline.
Claim that both me and Penny gotta go to use the little ladies' room, and y'all gotta, you know, watch over us, and then we just book it.
All right. Okay. He looks over back at him and goes, um, I. He looks around at everyone else in the group, just goes, there's, Miss Renee here's having some womanly things. Um, she needs to go fix them. So if it's alright, we're just gonna go watch over them. We don't want to keep y'all waiting. So, if you can just give us directions, we can catch up with you. He's gonna make a
You see,
manipulate.
I don't want to make a mess of y'all's real nice motorcycles. I really gotta pee.
He goes ahead and makes a manipulate check.
Ooh.
You see Vic kind of smiles and goes, yeah, of course. You see Brian and Penny kind of step off the bikes. As Philip kind of turns back towards you. I felt like that was a little more believable than you gotta go take a piss in the woods. Sorry if that's weird.
Nope, do anything you need to. I reach out for Penny, but I'm still going to make it seem like that we're going to try to take a tinkle out in the woods.
You reach out for Penny as her and Brian approach you,
Oh shit.
and warmth splashes across your face. As you look up, time seems to slow. And you see Philip's eyes are wide as the front of his throat is fully exploded outward, a bullet having gone straight through it. His eyes wide, reaching towards you, his blood covering you. There is just muted sound as you think you hear Brian screaming and Penny crying, screaming out for her dad. And as Philip's body falls, you see Vic sitting on the motorcycle still, smoke pouring from the barrel of his gun. And he says something you'll probably never forget. He says, power lies in the remnants. And the rest of the motorcyclists brandish weapons. The scene fades, goes black. 3 days later, in the middle of damp wood, you wake up, Renee. Your camp is quiet. You look over. Brian and Penny are not in their sleeping bags. As a matter of fact, their sleeping bags aren't there. You see a note dangling from a wire that just reads, I can't be responsible for anyone else. Brian. You are left alone. Two people who had you kind of have grown close to, you survived the firefight with, vanish. We transition to current day Renee with a little bit of oil on the tips of her fingers. The car alarm fades back into your hearing. And then it goes off. Renee, you look over your shoulder and see the demons no longer distracted by the car alarm now turn their attention in most directions, but the bulk of them begin moving in your direction. What are you doing? Robin, you're Renee.
I am muted. I am
Okay.
so sorry. My laptop went crazy. Um. Okay. First. Oh boy, howdy. That's heavy. Oh boy. Is there any clear line of sights that I can run?
You see the bodega is fully surrounded at this point. The door barricaded by the senator once more. You could run back to the neighborhood. You could try a different building. You do see an alleyway behind the bodega where that plane or that helicopter crashed. You do see poking up over a chain link fence, like one of those protection, like private fences that businesses have. What looks to be a ladder that goes to the top of the roof of the bodega from behind it. You could try that. You could try one of the other various cars that are wrecked here. Maybe they still could set off an alarm.
Okay. I think my best luck is to try to do one of the car alarms.
Okay. Go ahead and you're back at 1 stress. Modern day, you're at 1 stress again. Go ahead and give me a mobility check.
Mobility. Okay.
And you have no damage.
No damage.
Yeah, I'm unharmed and 1 stress. I am going to push that.
Leaf.
Okay.
Robin.
I'm going to push it. I'm going to push it. Ooh.
All right. 1 success,
but I fucked up.
but you also messed up. Okay. You run. You look around you. There are a number of cars that are wrecked to shit. A couple of them that look like they caught fire at some point. You run to a car that looks like it might have power still. It doesn't look too damaged. It doesn't look too battered. As you rush up to it, suddenly you feel something from underneath the car wrap around your ankle, and as you try to pull back, you slip and hit the back of your head hard on the asphalt. Go ahead and take 1 damage. In that moment, your instincts kick in, and what you have a shovel? What kind of weapon do you have?
I do have a shovel.
Yeah, your instincts kick in. 3 months of this bullshit, you're kind of used to it. This is not day 1 Renee who got beat up and battered. This is a pretty seasoned Renee at this point. You pull your shovel out and just stab down under the car straight into the upper part of the skull of the walker, the demon. Press the shovel in, twist it, and immediately the body goes limp. That noise now has caused the swarm to kind of turn around the corner away from the bodega and are now fully moving in your direction. You pick yourself up, look inside the vehicle. There's no one inside it, unlike what happened to Jim Jones and David Mitchell. The door is locked, however.
I'm already making enough noise. Might as well break the window.
Hell yeah! Give me force.
Force. One success.
Easy. You pull the shovel back and slam into the window. You watch as the window shatters. You put your hand in and pull the lock, and as soon as you do, as soon as you pull that lock, you begin to hear the alarm of the car go off.
Like, fuck. Alright, I got no other choice but to try and run in a way that's like, just run, just run.
Where are you going? Which direction? Away from the bodega, away from the neighborhood, away from the bodega towards the neighborhood? Where are you heading?
Last option, away from the bodega towards the neighborhood.
You got it.
I cannot chance. Yeah, I can't chance this horde going towards the others.
You got it. You turn and begin to run before the swarm has time to fully reach the car. You see a few kind of break off and begin to follow you, but you're moving much faster than they are. As you run back to the neighborhood where the Mitchells were left behind, kind of having in the back of your mind the thought of knowing that David is somewhere.
Yep.
We shift back from that moment to inside the bodega. We see Poppy, we see the Reverend, and we see Lisa staring into a dark back room with that occasional kind of sound, that thumping sound happening, and the moaning of a demon, but they're not getting any closer. What are you guys doing?
So, what is the distance that the demon is from us, more or less, from the sound? Can we determine?
It's a back storeroom, so it kind of echoes, so it's kind of hard to tell. It's definitely not immediately in front of you. You know that for sure.
How much of this place is both a general store and a bodega? Does it have things that you would find in, say, a hardware store, like a rake or stuff like that, or like a shovel?
Nothing like that. It has basic accoutrement for like electronics and things, like batteries, stuff like that, candles, and like grocery.
Because I'm having a hard time.
I wouldn't be able to find a knife in here.
Knife.
Right.
I love it. Knife.
You can probably find a knife, yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go look for a knife.
Want the knife, not a knife.
Yeah.
To.
I'm having a hard.
Okay, sorry. I'm having a hard time mentally visualizing the scene, so that's why it's kind of hard for me to understand how to proceed. So so we're in a storage room and there's a door blocked, and
you're in the doorway that was just opened.
Okay.
You hear a noise in a dark storeroom ahead of you. You're in the doorway to the storeroom. You don't see anything because it's dark. You guys are not, elves.
Yeah, we're not elves.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And the movement and the not the movement. The moaning is not getting any closer, which means that whatever, the demons are not moving towards us. But the fact that they are moaning, they probably noticed us. And it's just one sound that we can hear?
They didn't just notice you. Poppy made a noise to make sure that it was clear.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Because I tapped my spear on the ground just because it was the dark room.
Yeah.
And we stole...
Yeah.
Thingy, what's her name stole the cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I took the lighters, and we've got like a couple of lighters to try and light our way.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
a lighter that historically gives you like maybe 1 foot of light.
Yeah, yeah. And we can only hear one or multiple
Just one.
because those things. Okay.
It's at this moment, as you guys are trying to figure out what to do, that you hear a second car alarm begin to go off outside.
All right, this is getting a bit dicey here. One we can take. If there's more than one, I don't know. I
Let's
think it's prudent for us to go.
let us clear the place, kill the one that's in there, take what we need, and run out of here.
Right, I think we're overstood our welcome.
Nah, I
Here.
agree.
Overstayed.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it might still be tied. It sounds like it might be tied up in something, or caught up in something.
Well,
Okay.
that would be a good outcome for us if that's true.
Listen,
I'm gonna.
does it sound like it's behind some sort of door?
It doesn't sound like it's behind a door. It definitely is like in the storeroom somewhere. There
Somewhere,
are
okay.
there are those like back room shelves. Like if you've ever worked in a distribution center, then you know
Yes.
like the shelves I'm picturing.
Yes.
But if you haven't, they're basically these massive shelves that pallets of product can be safely placed onto. They're like reinforced with metal in the back. They're thick wood shelves that hundreds of pounds can rest on.
Yeah.
Those exactly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You see Lisa just goes
Like IKEA. Okay.
like
got it.
like IKEA, yeah, or like Costco, or yeah. You see Lisa just goes, well, I ain't one much for waiting around. I can lead if you guys want.
Just I think
We'll
we're
go
better off
together.
together. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
you will
not
be behind
separate
me. I'm
them.
just saying, if somebody is gonna have to break the tension, then I will.
You all got
Right.
weapons?
She
I'm
hefts up
okay.
her massive two-handed fire axe.
All right.
I'll tap my cane to my side. That's been my weapon since I got it.
All right. Between the four of us, we should be able to take one out.
Right, that's what I think. And then
Everybody
if there's
watch
more,
watch each other's backs as we get in there.
All right. See, Lisa kind of flicks her like store brand lighter, kind of flicks it, and a little bit of light illuminates as she like takes the cigarette from the pack and lights it and begins to smoke it.
What are those little shitty plastic ones?
Yeah, exactly.
A big lighter, yeah.
Yeah.
a big lighter, yeah.
She holds the axe in one hand and holds the lighter in front of her, just pinching the cigarette between her lips as she moves forward. You hear the sound.
Lisa's fucking badass. I
Yeah.
love Lisa.
Yeah.
You hear the sound get closer, and you hear it's like you hear the like the moans, but you also hear like a very melodious kind of thump, thump, thump.
It
And you
means what? They're trying to get out?
maybe
I'm-
there's like
I'm
a
scared.
there's
It
a
might be banging
thumping.
against something.
Yeah, it's definitely banging against something.
Okay.
You see Lisa kind of looks. Okay, pal. You see Lisa looks over her shoulder and just says, with the cigarette between her lips, "All right, now, y'all stay close."
Never
Poppy
too
is
far.
right behind her. Poppy's right behind her as well, and she's also got the lighter going, just trying to give as much light as she can while she's got the spear in the other hand as well.
The smoke kind of rises.
I'll look at Lisa and say, "Remember, you're my guardian angel." And I'm gonna use my my thingy. I forgot the name now.
your little feature, your ability.
Yeah. To give her one die. I forgot the name now. It's called.
It's a talent.
It's on
This-
talents.
No, it's not a
No,
talent.
not that. Oh shit. Sorry,
The
I
talent-
cursed.
The talent where you flirt with someone
Yeah,
and give
that-
them an advantage.
Yeah,
give them
that can
advantage.
help them. It's leadership, I think.
Yeah.
I can't find it though. Where
It's
is
under
it?
talent, silly.
No, because it's not. Because the shepherd is the talent that I have is shepherd that I can use anyone use as an anchor, but I know I have that because I've used that before. I just don't remember where I got it from. I think it might be from leadership, that because it is my thing. I don't remember where it is, Tim, but I know I've read it somewhere.
Yeah, it seems familiar to me too. Hang on.
Yeah, I've done it with the team. I'm just giving it to the NPC. I think it had something to do with like using leadership.
Oh, it's a leader. Yeah, you can use leadership. Give me a leadership role. Is how it works.
Yeah. I knew it was something.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe. Let me pull up.
She gets an extra die to roll in whatever she's doing, or in the the action she's attempting. Because my talent is because I can be anyone's anchor.
When you roll leadership, you cannot get help from others. There can only be one leader at a time. When inspiring someone with leadership, each success rolled gives the subject +1. So she gets +2 because she rolled 2 successes.
Yeah. I knew it was something to do with leadership. I just thought it was on my sheet, but it's not. Anyway.
So I'm going to apply this to her scout. Anchors, Lisa Johnson. So she's going to get a +2 to this. That's 3 successes from Lisa.
Yeah.
You see, she kind of like pauses and just says, "No, that can't be right. Yeah, just give me a little bit of space. 2 seconds." And you see she kind of steps between 2 shelves, like a little aisle in this storeroom. And something's definitely like piqued her curiosity. You all kind of like pause, but keep a visual on her at all times. And you see the darkness kind of is parted by her lighter as she moves forward. And as she kind of slowly lifts it up, you see hanging from a extension cord a demon. You see one of the Walking Dead. It looked like...
How far away are we from her?
You're about, 6 or 7 feet.
Okay.
It looks like whoever this was hung themselves.
Mm.
And she goes, huh. Poor bastard must have got bit. She kind of flicks the cigarette onto the ground and stomps it. I mean, we could probably just leave it, right?
Or, but I wouldn't risk that thing falling on our heads as we walk around this warehouse for supplies.
Let's give it peace.
Yeah.
I think we just need to put him out of his misery.
All right.
He's already been through enough.
Y'all gather around. I'm gonna cut the cord. That's gonna fall.
Did I find a knife?
You did. You found a knife.
Knife.
Okay, then when it drops, I'm just gonna wait till it hits the ground. Presumably, it'll hit on its backward or on its front, and fall prone. And I'm just gonna stab it on the head.
Okay.
I'm preparing my
Can
walking
I not
cane
reach
to
up with my spear?
Can
I not reach up with my spear and just jab it while it's still hanging?
How tall is Poppy?
5. I would have said
because Lisa's 6'3".
6'3".
That's why I'm asking.
Oh, I love her even more.
And
now.
she has a fire axe, so she could easily. So it's much easier for her to cut it down with the fire axe. I guess she could also kill it, but it's a little awkward with the axe to do it that way.
Oh, okay.
Plus, as a GM, if I, the NPC, cut it down, you guys get to interact with the game. So
Yes. He doesn't want to kill it, y'all.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking too literally. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Thinking literally will keep you alive in a zombie apocalypse. You watch as Lisa kind of takes a step. You all kind of gather around. Give it enough like landing area to where it doesn't land on you. And then she kind of takes the fire axe, pulls it back, and You watch as the fire axe slams into one of the wooden crates atop that shelf, going straight through the extension cord. You watch as the demon hits the ground. Senator, you said you were gonna strike it first. Give me a knife attack.
Stab it in the head. I don't have a knife in my inventory.
Oh,
How
give me
do
a
I
second.
add one?
Hang on.
Where can I?
I don't think I ever. Hang on. Did I ever make these? Yeah, it should be in weapons. You should see it in weapons, right? Close combat weapon? No, I never got that far. I forgot. Here you go. I got you.
All right. I'll stab it with a knife.
There you go. Go ahead and roll like a knife roll for me.
Got it.
Yeah, 3 successes. You as soon as it hits, you rear back, and you just stab it straight through the skull with this like kitchen knife. This like Michael Myers like kitchen knife, right in the back of its head. You hear as the undeath, the unlife leaves its body, and you see Lisa kind of pull out a second cigarette and light it. Well, no more noises.
We should be free to look
well.
around the place for any supplies.
Right. Let's be quick. Although I'm kind of concerned about the others. Shouldn't they be here by now?
Well, Renee ran outside.
What?
What? I thought she was watching the door. What do you mean she ran outside?
So we lost track of both Jim and David.
You're just mentioning this now? You see Lisa just brushes past you and quickly moves out towards the front door.
Oh, great. Hopefully she doesn't run outside too.
I mean, I'll go after her.
I need you three to give me a wits roll really quickly.
Wits.
Just straight
Yep.
wits.
Just a pure
Straight
wits?
wits.
Three.
Straight wits.
Just the 3 players?
Yes.
Hey, I succeeded.
Okay,
Okay.
1 success.
I succeeded, but I messed. I messed up.
You did.
What is a messed up wits roll? You get the answer, but you get an aneurysm.
We will get to that. All three of you, as Lisa pushes past, Poppy, you have your lighter there, and you just look down at this body, and the rest of you almost have this like shared moment of just this splinter of a thought, and all three of you just kind of absent-mindedly look down at the body. And Poppy, you kind of kneel down with the lighter close to it, flip it over, move its clothes, like its shirt up to its chin. This demon wasn't bit.
Oh.
I'm not the only one seeing that, right?
What? The lack of bite?
The lack of bites.
Just in that moment, you hear a groan. Clearly, Lisa accidentally damaged something. That crate falls from the shelf. Poppy, I need you to go ahead and give me a straight agility roll.
You messed up. So now rocks fall and you die.
Rock, let things fall and you die.
Oh, mobility. This is mobility. Sorry, mobility.
Okay. Oh, mobility? Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. I succeeded, though!
That's fine. That's fine. You can keep that roll. You barely leap out of the way as this heavy wooden crate falls, slamming into the ground. It would have crushed you if it would have hit you. It slams into the ground, shattering.
Never mess up a eureka moment.
Okay, I feel really, really bad about that because I pressed agility and I succeeded, but I have agility 3, mobility 0, so I should not have had that many dice to roll.
It would have been the
would've
same
been
dice. It would have been the same dice. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't add anything because mobility is 0, so it's fine.
Okay.
You're good. You okay, Poppy?
Yeah.
Those and quick reflexes.
You get used to it in the A&E department. It's fine. Um,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
ER department.
mhm. Yeah. All right. Reverend, you
Eh,
want to go check on Lisa?
Yeah, yeah, definitely do. I'm gonna go and try to rush as much as I can. I can't rush much because, limp towards Lissa.
You see the,
I'm gonna go.
the front door is no longer barricaded and it's fully open. And you see Lisa standing
What did you do?
standing on the corner curb, taking a one last drag from her cigarette before flicking it off the curb. And as you reach her, you hear that car alarm louder now. And she just goes, "The swarm's moved on, but so has everyone else. I don't see anybody."
I don't like those kind of decisions. What do we do? Where's Renee? Where are the others?
I don't know. I'm gonna go
We have to
look.
leave people behind again.
I'm at least gonna take a look.
I'm not letting you go by yourself.
Well, and say your
I'm
5
gonna
Hail
go with her.
Marys and let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with her.
Split the party. Split the party.
I'm sorry. I can't let her go by herself.
All right. Back inside, I look to Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Arthur
right,
stayed back.
let's-
He stayed behind at the
Oh, that's
Mitchell
right.
house.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's just me and
It's just you and
Poppy
Poppy, yeah.
at this moment.
And the still with like the moment of where the hell is this demon's bite?
So what does this mean,
Okay.
Doctor?
Poppy is. Okay, I am taking my spear and I'm just cutting open the clothes from the body. I'm ripping open the arms. I'm flipping it back over to try and look at the back. I'm ripping open the trouser legs to try and see if there's any bites that aren't visible from what else we can see. And she's not frantic, but she's very determined and doing this very quickly.
Yeah. You
just see a. Oh, sorry.
You spend about a minute and a half fully examining the body, using your spear, ripping the clothes off, in a very like medical sense. No bites, no scratches, really no wounds at all. Looks like this person might have been an employee here at the bodega and just everything kicked off and, well,
There's nothing on them. Maybe it's not just through bites. Maybe it's through sputum as well, spit, viral, blood.
At this point, all of us have gotten blood of at least one of these things on us, and we're still good. So it can't be any sort of bodily fluid contamination.
There's got to be some sort of answer to it. Would it?
Listen,
I've not seen anybody just turn.
Doctor, listen. Once we get to Valdosta, presumably there's more people there. Presumably there's more medical professionals like yourself or even other scientists. Maybe once we get there in relative safety, we can do some studying on some of these things. But for now, we got to get moving.
David said his mother was some sort of scientist or medical director.
Hopefully,
They
she's
might
alive.
know more wherever. Right, we can't focus on that now. Bandages,
Listen,
bandages, and
yes, I'll help you. Let me see if I can find a heavy duty bag, and I look like a fucking Glad bag.
yeah, you absolutely you find a massive duffel. Whoever wishes to roll it, I need a survival check.
Mine is 0.
I have 2 survival. Okay, I
Perfect.
will roll
Go for it.
survival. Okay. Okay. 7 dice rolling.
Damn.
Whew. Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Coffee
Perfect.
just looks like supermarket sweep right now.
Oh, I love supermarket sweep. Amazing. Give me a second. Okay. Um. What are you guys looking for? You have 2 successes. What are your top 3 most important items right now?
I imagine anything that can prolong that little girl's life in order to get her to actual treatment. Way more
Yeah.
than what
The
Poppy did.
the first is any sort of paracetamol or like ibuprofen,
Antibiotics.
like
Yeah.
yeah, just the stuff you would get for like oh, like use it like a bodega's like a tiny little supermarket, right? Like a little corner shop.
Yeah, like
Right?
they have.
Is that it?
Yeah,
It would
yeah.
have like a little pharmacy section.
It
I know
would.
these types of
Yeah,
stores.
It
they'll
would,
have
yeah.
like
tiny. Yeah.
when you can buy like own brand like painkillers type
Mhm.
thing for like when you've sprained an ankle or whatever
Yeah, yeah,
else. Yeah, she is just loading those into the bag. The second would be food, if there's any food left over, unless that's also been picked out.
And preferably. I would also try to find a can opener. In these situations, I have played Project Zomboid. In these situations,
Oh
a
my
fucking can opener
Oh
is
my god.
absolutely key.
I
Okay.
absolutely despise you right now.
Okay.
It
Incredible.
is gold from the sky.
We have gotten a Project Zomboid reference. We all can go home happy.
Session 3.
No, this is session 2.
Oh, yes.
Amazing.
No,
Okay.
session 3.
This is session 3. It's the second session that
Second
we
recorded session.
recorded.
Oh yeah. Whoopsie.
Amazing. Absolutely. You are able to find you got incredibly lucky. You find 6 full bottles of like painkillers. You find a number of like clean towels, like hand towels, that you can throw in the bag. You find several bottles of peroxide that you throw in the bag. You, Senator, find a can opener.
I give it a kiss.
The power has been off since the first month, so all of the refrigerated foods, like the refrigerated sandwiches, the lunch meats, things like that, they're bad.
They're fucked. Yeah.
However, you easily find enough rations for 8 people for 16 days of just essentially junk, like ho-ohs, Twinkies.
Survive on Twinkies. It don't matter. Little Debbie's
beef jerky.
Nutty Buddies.
Yeah, like the register display of like Slim Jims. You just clean those out.
Back into a Slim Jim.
I love
I
Nutty
tried
Buddies.
a Twinkie once. It was so sugary. I thought it
Oh,
actually
yeah.
hurt my teeth.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you eat those?
You get a cavity the
You
moment you
don't.
bite into it.
I don't know
Yet
how they
again,
stay in
another
business.
tangent.
I don't know anyone who eats Twinkies. Like
I love Twinkies.
American
fuck?
Twinkies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Leah,
But she also
how are
came in
you
here
alive?
And we went to the Little Debbie section and we just bought a bunch
I
of
wanted
Nutty
to
Buddies.
buy
She
everything.
loves all that shit.
That's so bad
I
for
wanted
you,
to buy-
Leah.
I wanted to buy Nutty Buddies. I wanted to buy like the little Debbie rolls, like the like the
She said-
rolls little.
So
She
this
said-
is
she's-
what Europeans
listen.
do when they come to America.
She said, and I quote, "I'm on vacation. I can eat whatever the fuck I want."
Hell
It was
yeah.
hilarious.
That's amazing. Pop off. But yeah, you found enough rations.
didn't
16 days for 8 people. If there's less people, you have more days.
Okay.
If there's more people, you have less.
I think there might be less.
Got it.
Something tells me there might be less.
Um,
Just a hug.
I put it all in the bag,
mhm.
and just look at the doctor. All right, I think we're good to go. I don't know where the hell everybody went, but we should return back to that family.
Well, we transition outside the bodega. You and Lisa kind of slowly crest around the corner of the bodega to the car alarm. And you see the entire swarm around the car, just swarming it. You see no sign of Jim Jones, no sign of David Mitchell, no sign of Renee. Go ahead and give me a scout check, Reverend.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
You.
What? I'm just a little. Oh, I got it. I'm rolling well today.
Let's see, what's Lisa's scout? Okay, that's what I thought.
She's probably got better than I do.
She does. You both kind of look, and you see, she kind of looks over to the left, and you kind of follow her eyes, and you both notice 2 or 3 demons separated from the swarm, just kind of absently shambling away from the loud, obvious noise that they should be moving towards, slowly shambling back towards the neighborhood.
Okay. And there's a swarm coming towards us.
No, the swarm's at the car alarm.
At
Like
the car.
they're fully enthralled at this noise.
I'll look at her and say,
Well, maybe
What?
maybe she broke off. Maybe that's why those 3 are way over there.
right, right. But then there's the others are at the bodega. Well, I don't like this. We shouldn't be separating ourselves.
Yeah, well, let's go back to the other 2 and we can get out of here.
Let's go back. God help me. Let's go back and go back to the house and hope she will think about going back there too. And you see he's conflicted because sometimes you can't save everyone, and that is very, very against his beliefs. But it is his life lisses against someone he met recently, and he has to make a choice. So he's gonna make his way back.
Yeah.
with her.
The two groups reconvene outside the bodega. The swarm is on the other side of the bodega, like around the corner down the street, fully away from you 4.
So everyone is together now?
You 4, yeah.
Much as we could.
Right. All right, so no sign of Jim Jones or David. There are lots of demons swarming the car. We saw 2 or 3 swarming the other direction. We think that might be Renee, but we didn't want to take the risk.
Yeah, it looks like there's 3 just randomly shambling back towards the neighborhood. I can only imagine the only thing that could get their attention over that car alarm is if they started chasing someone. So that might be
And
might be our trio heading back towards the neighborhood.
right, I hope so.
Well, we got everything we needed. We have food for 16 days. Combine that with whatever food the Mitchells had in their basement, and we should have enough to at least reach, what was it called?
Lake Park.
Lake Park.
Right. We have to hope that they are going to take a diversion and go back to the house.
Listen,
I-
I didn't
I-
hear any sort of screams of death or anything, so I believe Renee is fine. She's just causing a diversionary tactic. As
Yeah.
for
Right.
Jim and David, truly, I have no idea what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we gotta prepare to explain that to his wife.
Do
Maybe
you
they've
want to
already
do it or
made their
me?
way back.
I mean,
We're both men of words in a way.
well, yeah, we have different types of words, though.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you: are we lying or are we telling her the truth? Because
I
I
do
have a
not know.
feeling
Then
you're better at lying than I am,
let's walk and
Tanner.
talk for now. But I'll just say this: this is a world of harsh truths now.
Right.
Lying, lying might just cause more problems down the line.
All right. We'll decide when we get there.
And we walk back to the neighborhood.
You walk back to the neighborhood. But we're gonna take this moment to transition to Renee. Who Renee, you have now you have now made it back to the stop sign that kind of leads to the cul-de-sac dead end where all these beautiful like middle income houses are. However, the swarm that was in the neighborhood has now fully circled around the Mitchell house.
Oh boy. Okay.
But because it's done that, the swarm is localized. You could get into one of the other houses and try and hunker down until hopefully your companions come back.
Ain't got no other choice. Thinking
Okay.
about that Mitchell wife and makes me remember about Laura. I just shake my head.
And this is why the flashbacks are neat, you know?
Yeah.
uh, you move to the house across the street so you can keep a perfect line of sight on the house. You see the car is parked in the driveway. The garage door is closed. You move up to the front door. Go ahead and give me a scout check.
Mm-hmm. Scout, 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 scout. It's right there. Oh, I messed up. But I have a success.
You do have a success. You hear no sound on the inside. No shambling, no boards creaking, no thumping. Seems clear.
Mm-hmm. I want to go in there.
Hmm?
I want to go in there.
Yeah. You try the door, and the knob turns. The door is unlocked. You push the door open. It creaks as you stand in the doorway, light from the exterior filtering into the dark kind of foyer. You see ahead of you a staircase hugging the wall on the right that leads up to a second floor, a door, an open arch, kind of like doorway to your right, and then a living room ahead of you and to the left. You take a pause, still listening. No sound, no creaking floorboards, no thumping. It's all quiet.
Okay. Gonna close the door.
Yeah. You close it, kind of moving the door curtain to the side just so you can see out the window, just to make sure your companions aren't returning just this moment. They're not.
Yes, I gotta make sure the place is safe. I don't hear anything. But I
Where do you check?
is there What's the first room that I can get access to?
The living room. It's directly ahead of you and to the left. The house kind of has an open plan. You think the open doorway directly to your right is to the kitchen. You think? It's kind of much like most of these types of houses, these types of neighborhoods. It's very much laid out almost exactly how the Mitchell's house was. So you can only assume that the basement access is behind the staircase.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'll check out the living room first.
Yeah, check it out. The furniture has been untouched for some time. You kind of take a moment to look around. You feel your foot kind of bump something, and you hear clink, 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 clink. And you see rolling from something you just kicked is a kind of like half crumpled beer can.
I'm going to hold my shovel because I am so stressed right now.
You grip your shovel. You look down at the beer can.
Press on. Is there any other doors connected?
You see the back door that leads to like the backyard. Like I said, much like the Mitchell's house, there's that doorway that leads to you think is the kitchen. There's a staircase that leads up, and you can only imagine if it's exactly like the Mitchell home, the basement access is behind the staircase.
All right, I'm gonna lock that back door, if that's a thing I could do.
You reach the back door and you notice the back door has a 4-pane window on it. The bottom right pane of glass is shattered. Your foot crunches glass as you approach it, meaning it was broken from the outside.
Uh-oh.
And the door is unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
From that, take a stress.
Yup.
Another one. You can,
You know,
it's like Pokemon.
give me
you gotta
all of
collect
them.
all.
Oops, all stress. I'm going to say a very low. Is someone in here?
Your response?
All right, cool. If I was a serum wetterer, I wouldn't respond either. I want to make my way to the basement because, I just love this for me.
You push the basement door open, staring down into the dark abyss. There is no light in the basement. It is pitch black.
Only giving you one more chance to answer.
Do you step down?
Yup.
Okay. The staircase creaks as you step down. You reach a point on the staircase where you can kind of like crouch and look into the basement. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Do you continue going down?
Yup.
Okay.
Last chance.
You reach the staircase, the bottom step. Your foot steps off. And suddenly you're startled as your foot kicks something. It moves 2 or 3 feet and a light flicks on a flashlight. It rolls around the room, kind of making the air in your throat kind of catch for a second, and as it settles, you see 3 corpses piled against the wall, slumped, a trail of blood dragged down the wall, a bullet hole in each of their heads. Looks to be 3 young adults. You pick the flashlight up because something else catches your eye. Above them, drawn in their blood, are words. And it reads, "Power lies in the remnants."
Oh, are you fucking with me? I gotta get out. I gotta get out. I am not. I don't want to stay down here. I don't want to be in this house.
Give me a mobility check.
Yep, I'm gonna try to run up the stairs as fast as I can. Ow! 1 success, 1 mess up.
You quickly turn and begin to sprint up the stairs.
You're very stressed. Holy crap.
Incredibly stressed. Your heart just in your ears. Your blood pressure has never been this high in your entire life. As you turn, begin to sprint up the steps, your foot slips and your forehead just full on boom, thumps against one of the steps. Your head snaps back. You're gonna take a damage point.
Ow! I'm back to battered.
And you feel blood pouring from your forehead past your nose. Kind of a little bit of it kind of gets into your right eye as it just passes through. You hear like that ringing in your ears once more as you just your heartbeat in your ears. You kind of like slowly pick yourself up. The room is spinning, and you kind of half crawl, half like almost jump like up the steps as your senses are coming back to you. As you kind of like, as you reach the top step, you fully like pull yourself up, wipe a little bit of the blood away, and as you look to your right, just wiping the blood from out of your eye, you can see in the backyard, carved into the tree with a tire swing on it, a coiled snake. And you can see very obvious tracks in the backyard that can only belong to motorcycles.
Oh my god. It's the first session we heard motorcycles.
Yes, you did.
I put that in the group chat earlier.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking at that. I'm stressed out.
You have 3 points of stress to be exact.
You're very stressed out.
You turn and frantically, I'm assuming you're still trying to get the fuck out of this house.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this house.
Out of character, because we don't know that. Weren't the 2 of them kidnapped by motorcycles?
No. Jim Jones and David Mitchell,
No.
they were
The
kidnapped by
government
some sort of like Illuminati, like Splinter Cell, militarized
okay.
group. It was
They
a
got taken
militarized
by the
group.
government.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
motorcycles
Renee-
were the ones that we dodged, right? First
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You break
Yeah.
out of the front door, still blood pouring down your forehead, just as you see the Reverend, the Senator, Poppy, and Lisa kind of skulking back up the road towards the neighborhood. You all see Renee burst from a different house entirely, blood streaking down the front of her face, in between the right corner of her nose and the left corner of her right eye. And her eyes are wild. She looks pale. Essentially, she looks like she's seen a ghost. And the rest of you also notice the Mitchell house is completely surrounded
Oh,
by
thank God she's alive,
demons.
but oh, damn. I can't curse.
How many?
Right.
The almost the entire storm in the street, so you're looking at about 17 demons.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I am running up to the Reverend and Miss Ma'am, and I'm like, this place is fucked. That mom, that kid, they are fucked. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
Whoa. No one is fucked. First
Yes,
things
yes.
first.
I think you see it. You see the surrounding, some biters, some demons, or whatever. You know,
I'm
they're
not leaving
fucked.
my son in there regardless. So I have to figure out a way to get him out.
All
Oh,
right.
your son was in
Renee,
there.
Renee, I'm very happy you're here because we were looking for you. We were worried.
Yeah, we're real
I
worried, Renee. Where are the other two?
What happened to
Oh,
Jim and David?
I saw tire marks. Fresh oil. I think they got kidnapped by living people, like
What?
people.
What?
I didn't see them.
Let's you see Lisa pulls out another cigarette and lights it. Let's not assume that they got kidnapped. Maybe they got rescued.
Or rest.
Why would they rescue them and
Whatever
not
it
the rest of
is,
us?
they are not here.
Right. Well, as much as it
What
pains
was in
me,
the house?
we don't have time for that. We have to figure out a way to get in there and get them out.
Yeah, we can't leave the
So
senator's son in there. We can't leave that little girl, that mom.
you can see that we can very much leave them behind.
What? Don't you have a kid?
No.
I do, and I will be getting him in Atlanta, but he is not here. He is not in that house. We have to get out of this neighborhood.
Well, wouldn't you
Right.
hope that people would rescue him?
Let's say
So,
you don't want to rescue the kid. We have one of us whose kid is in there, so there's no way we're going to leave them behind.
all
I
right,
need you to calm
let's
down.
let us see the facts for what they are. Right? They are surrounded. There's no way in hell to get in there and out without someone getting killed.
So if it were your kid and not
Don't do
his,
that.
then I'd do
Eh,
that because that's what needs to be done. Would you stand back? Would you turn your back on your kid? Would you like if we turned our back on your kid? Then we're not turning back or turning our back on his. So we got to figure out a way to get past or a way to get into without alerting the walkers or sorry, the demons. All right? Let's all calm down. Panic here is not the point.
I
You're only
got
going to make things worse.
I have a way.
Shoot.
Exactly. Senator, let me hold your gun. Reverend, stay with the good doctor.
I was about to say we just spray them down and run.
You ain't got enough bullets for all them. We can just be loud and abrasive and get their attention. I'm the best runner out of all of us. I can catch
Who's
back
saying
up with
that,
you. Lisa, yeah.
Once you do this and you get them out of here, where do we meet you? Once you lose them.
Lake Park.
Are
Lisa?
you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not leaving that little girl and that little boy in there. I mean, yeah, your son's in there too, Senator, but all things being equal, I care about the children more.
Understood.
I'm more expendable than you are.
You can't
you can barely
outrun them.
run, Reverend.
Exactly.
You're gonna die if you do that.
Reverend.
She's
Lisa,
gonna
can I-
die.
I
no,
won't.
she isn't.
She,
Have you seen her?
She
her
hands
build?
you her fire axe, Senator, and takes your assault rifle.
Go ahead.
I play basketball.
I can see that.
I can outrun these freaks. Doctor?
Yes.
You keep an eye on the Reverend. Keep his bandages clean. I'll see y'all at Lake
I
Park.
will. I'll see you soon.
I'll reach out and give her a hug.
Yeah. She hugs you back and just says, I'll see you soon.
You better.
Y'all get out of sight.
All right.
She,
I find like some sort of fence to hide behind, and then jump over and rush the house once she causes the distraction.
Absolutely. You see she takes a drag off of her cigarette and flicks it into the ground, holding the...
She has gone through 5 cigarettes in a 20-minute span.
Hey, man.
I mean, it's
It'd be like
stressful.
that. This is the only thing keeping her from taking stress points. You see she holds the assault rifle.
Just as an aside, in Project Zomboid, if you smoke cigarettes, you reduce stress.
That the system that
Uh-huh.
this game is based on for the alien setting, same mechanic. If you smoke cigarettes in that system,
That's incredible.
yeah,
I love it.
You
The
see
French people would love that.
she holds the assault rifle up in the air, and just yells, "It's time to ring the dinner bell!" And just begins to fire into the air. Bullets spraying out.
I immediately bolt.
Before
once
that,
yeah.
Renee,
Mm-hmm.
those bikers could be close enough to hear that.
Yep, I was literally just about to.
You,
That is so
you
funny,
are going to
Tim.
take another stress.
Holy shit.
That is so funny, Tim, because I was about to raise up my hand. Because I think Renee might make a decision that that isn't fully harmonizing with the group.
Okay.
With seeing the dead bodies executed the same way Philip was, seeing presence of the remnants, and seeing this foolhardy group, I think Renee might run off on her own. She thinks that they're gonna get her killed.
Give me a wits roll.
Can I?
One
Can I
success,
have,
but a mess up.
What are you saying, Georgia?
It's very easy to mess up when you have that much stress. Sorry, Georgia.
I was gonna ask if I could have taken Renee around the shoulder as we were ducking behind whatever fence we were, and I was gonna start dabbing at her wound to say, "Hey, hey, look at me, focus on me." As I'm trying to
There's a
clean her up,
moment.
trying to get her to breathe.
There's a moment, Renee, where you have that thought. Those people were killed like Philip. The remnants are here. They're close. These people are going to get me killed. And then you look at Poppy as she's saying something to you, but it's just kind of wah 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 wah. It's just muffled. She's dabbing at your wound. These people, they might get you killed. But there's a woman in the middle of the street right now risking her life to rescue 2 small children. Yeah, these people might get you killed, but they also might save you. They might get you to Atlanta. They might get you to your sister, your son. Liam, if that even means anything.
Nah, fuck him.
It's complicated.
You're deep in thought. Poppy is concentrated on your wound as she's dabbing it. Which is why you don't notice the walker shambling behind you.
Oh.
Until it grabs you by the hair. Oh, like its full hand just digs into your scalp. Poppy, you were so focused, so trained on healing that you failed to keep an eye. The senator and the reverend have started already moving to the house. The walker, the demon, grabs a handful of your hair and rips it clean out of your scalp. Pain shoots through you as it pulls back, trying to like drag you to it. You yank the hair free as you fall forward. You take 1 point of damage.
So,
Yes.
question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm broken.
Yes, you are.
That wasn't a question. That's just a statement.
Mm-hmm. When you accumulate 3 or more points of damage, you're broken. This means that you are down. You cannot do anything meaningful. You may say some words or crawl behind the nearest bit of cover, but you cannot walk. As soon as a character becomes broken, they take 1 stress. Go ahead, take another stress.
Yummy. All this
You're up to
exciting.
5.
And must roll on the table for critical injuries.
Oh boy, that's fun.
Oh.
Where is it?
You have a bleeding scalp. That's one.
I do have a bleeding scalp. My beautiful, beautiful hair is now gone.
You should see under rollable
Also-
tables critical injuries.
Rollable tables.
Also a broken nose.
It's not been a good day for you.
Injury. It has not.
It wasn't a good flashback. It's not been a good day.
Okay. I just hit this button.
Yeah,
I think.
you should see the button that says roll.
I'm kind of dumb. Hold on.
Scroll down. The long scroll
Scroll.
bar, scroll down and then click roll. I can also do it for you. If you want.
Okay. It was hidden. Sorry. It was hidden for me. Oh wow! How does that happen?
Yeah, that tracks.
I don't even know what the injury is. It says hidden.
Yeah, it says hidden for us.
Well,
internal
do I
bleeding.
say it out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. How does that happen?
Yeah, I'm like,
Where did you see it? I still see hidden.
She saws it. She sees it. We can't.
Oh, okay.
I can see it.
No, it just
I
says hidden
can't.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, hidden for me.
Weird.
I don't know why I can see it. I can see it says 41.
No, I mean, I don't know what the
No,
injury
on
is.
the-
It says
the
hidden.
oh,
Injury.
specifically. Yeah. In the chat, I can't see it, but I saw it roll on the table itself, and then land on critical injury. Not critical, internal bleeding.
Because you've messed up multiple times, and I've only penalized a couple, here's what happens. As you're being dragged back, your hair gets ripped from the scalp, and you kind of fall backwards. You hear something wooden snap, and you feel a sharp pain as your shovel breaks off inside of you.
Ooh.
You basically accidentally impale yourself.
Oh, Renee is dead. I'm sorry, guys.
Your eyes go wide. You're not dead. There's still a chance that you can be saved. But in this current situation, it's a long shot. Poppy, you quickly pull your spear out and shove it through the eye of the demon as you see blood kind of bubbling up out the corner of Renee's mouth as her eyes are going wide. What is running through Renee's mind in this moment?
She's thinking about that last phone call she had when she heard Marcus. How he sounded so carefree. And she just thinks of every single time she allowed herself to be set back from getting to him. She followed those two men and that girl, um, trying to get to their place, only to be abandoned, only to get someone killed. Probably found a lot of people along the way, wanted to try to help them, only to be on her own again. And she just cannot stop thinking, I could have probably been in Atlanta by now. I could have seen Marcus.
Your son, his smiling face, is the last thing you picture as consciousness leaves you, your body racked with pain. You don't. Everything you've been through up to this point, getting blown up, watching Philip die, getting slammed over a car. You don't know if this is the end. But in this moment, it is the most at peace that Renee has felt in 3 months. Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a medicine roll.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. 2 successes.
You would gain a stress, but I believe you have a thing.
Yes, I don't take. Hold on, let me get it. Yeah, I don't take stress from wounded, tormented, or even broken.
Yeah.
Um.
You flip Renee over, immediately digging into the bag of goodies that you had procured. Reverend and the senator, you see, as you're kind of creeping around the corner of the house, you see this happen and kind of stop and look, and you see Renee's not moving, and Poppy is doing something. You see Renee is laid on her side, and you see her broken shovel is pierced her back.
Do I have the... Is 2 strength good enough between me and Poppy to be able to lift Renee and carry her the rest of the way?
Yeah.
Okay. I immediately look at the Reverend. Go in there, tell him to get out. We're running. I'll go with Poppy and get Renee.
Poppy, right. With that medicine check, you know you have to do something now. There is no moving until you stop the bleeding, get the shovel handle out. If you do nothing, she dies. If you do something, there's a chance she lives. And you have this moment as a senator approaches you.
Okay. I am. You as the senator approaches, you see Poppy is just in work mode. She is as she sees you approach, she's gonna hold her there, hold her still now. Um, and okay, this might be a bit. If I'm stopping the bleeding, this might be a bit in the realm of fantasy now. I am not a medical person. I don't know how these things work.
Not a medical
But
person
with
either. We're doing our
one of-
best.
A medical person left.
Yeah, our medical person left. That's true.
As okay, I got one of the clean. You said we picked up like clean towels and things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking my spear. I'm ripping one of the towels in half, and I want to try and with the lighter. I'm gonna try and set fire to it, so I can try. As soon as I pull it out, I'm gonna put the on fire towel against the wound to try and cauterize it.
With a 2 success medicine check, you do just that. Would that work in real life? No clue. I'm not a doctor. But in our game, sure.
I have no idea, and I'm just gonna say we picked up a roll of duct tape too, and I'm taping it back up with duct tape.
You shove it to the back. You hear smell the smell of burning
Put some
flesh.
dirt on it, you'll be fine.
You take the duct tape, kind of stretch it out, wrap it around, kind of diagonally across her back and her chest, just taping it in place. You have that. You've bought Renee some time.
Okay. Is okay. Am I able to do a fireman's carry of Renee, or is me and the senator carrying her between us?
What's your strength, Poppy?
2.
Okay. Yeah, it would probably take both of you to carry her.
Okay.
Not that she's like rotund or anything. It's just you guys aren't the strongest.
No, she got the fatty on her.
Okay.
I mean, it is a Robin character, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a Robin character.
Every character has a fatty.
I was more so gonna say she's just like dead weight and unconscious.
Yeah.
So it's like when you try and pick up a toddler and they go limp. It's like they immediately become 10 times heavier.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. We need to go quickly now. The others will be running out the house soon, I think. The little girl's also going to need carrying.
All right.
We transition into the house. Reverend, you're limping down the basement stairs, and as you get close, you see Arthur kind of pokes his head around and just goes, "Oh, thank fuck." All right, Reverend, what's going on?
We don't have time for explanations. I need all of you to trust me. We gotta get out of here. Yeah, there's a waiting outside. We need to move.
You see
around it.
Tell Arthur to carry the girl.
You see Anna kind of looks up, Anna Mitchell, David's wife, and she just goes, "Where's David? Where's David?"
Anna, I'll explain it all once we get some time to breathe, but you need to trust me right now. We need to move, and we need to do it fast. Otherwise, think about your little girl. We gotta put her first, all right? We need to move. I'll explain it the best I can, but not now.
Go ahead and give me a leadership roll.
Okay.
Your husband got taken by the government.
Yeah.
1 success. She nods and says, she nods and looks at Tommy and just says, okay, Tommy, come on. And she picks him up and Arthur just goes, don't worry about your daughter, ma'am. I'll carry her.
Right. If I can help, but I promise you, I'll explain it when we get some time to breathe, but we need to move. All right?
Okay,
Let's go.
I trust you. I trust you. You hear like Tommy's like in the in that like early like little kid moments of like they're
Of
about to
crying?
start crying, and she's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna put a hand on his head and say it's gonna be all right. Okay? Don't cry. Mom's here. We all here. It's gonna be fine.
okay.
All right?
You see Arthur looks at you, Rev, and just goes, I know you got a bum leg, Rev, but you think you can grab their bag of goodies?
I have to.
Okay.
And I'll get the bag. I have a bad leg, but I'm kind of strong.
Yeah.
So I'll carry whatever it is that needs carrying.
Yeah, you go ahead and heft it over your shoulder. Also full of like junk food, but they also have like gallons of water, so that's good too.
Yep.
Oh, water is the universal disinfectant.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Yeah.
Universal solvent.
We'll just rub a little dirt in it in the impaling wound in the back
Yeah.
of Renee.
For sure.
Just spit
It'll be
on
fine.
that
It'll
thing.
be absolutely fine.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
not
just
gonna
say
be
spit
no
on
big
that
deal.
thing?
No
Get
Yeah.
out!
Yeah.
Did you just say get out? Leave. Leave.
Yeah, our medical person left us, so we had to improvise.
You step out, you, Poppy, and the senator kind of on each end of Renee, kind of carrying her. You see the Reverend steps out with a bag over her shoulder, Anna Mitchell steps out holding her son Tommy, Arthur steps out carrying Emily, who was like in between consciousness, still kind of passed out. And you see everyone give me an empathy roll.
Ooh, okay.
Even
Just
me?
pure empathy.
No,
know
not
how I
you,
feel.
Renee. You're unconscious.
Wow, I had zero
Are you
successes
fucking
on
kidding
a
me?
5. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
6 dice, man.
yeah.
That's
Same.
Holy
amazing,
shit, none of
actually.
us succeeded.
Okay, I want everybody to know 5 12 18 dice were rolled. 17 dice were rolled.
Yeah.
And no one
Zero
got a
successes.
success.
What none of you notice, but the audience will, is that when Arthur sees that his dad is okay, his face relaxes and there's a
Oh.
full body sigh of relief.
You gonna make me
Yeah.
now, son, you gonna make me cry.
None of you notice that, but the audience sees it.
That's my little boy.
You step off. The swarm is still kind of following. You no longer hear the gunshots, probably because the clip is fully emptied. But they're still kind of moving towards the noise that Lisa had made. And you get back. You hear the faint trill of the car alarm. And you follow the road out of this little neighborhood. Renee is in bad shape. You don't know how long you're going to be able to carry her. Hopefully long enough. Jim and David are missing. Lisa is hopefully okay. You continue walking deep into the night. Poppy, you hand the Reverend or Arthur, whoever, your lighter, and they kind of have the lighter lighting the way a bit.
I think I'm the only one that isn't, like, I have bags, but I'm
Yeah.
not.
You're the only one's not
Salvador's carrying
carrying
it.
anyone.
Yeah.
And that's when you all hear the sound of an approaching engine.
No.
What are you all doing?
Engine like car or a motorcycle?
It's hard to tell. It's been a long day.
Listen, I'm not stressed.
I'm not trusting anyone anymore because
No,
we
that's
went into
it.
that town and came out worse than before.
Yes.
So Reverend Senator looks at everybody. Hide. We gotta let this thing pass.
Yeah.
And we try and hide.
Yeah.
Everyone give me a stealth check.
Sure. That's gonna be great.
That's my best thing.
Yep.
Where's stealth? Seriously? Is that your best?
Success.
Oh, no.
You can push.
I can push, but
Okay.
You could get it. There you go.
I mean,
oh, that was Poppy.
Okay,
Poppy
I got
dropped
2
it.
No,
successes,
I-
but I messed up again.
I
So you
only
gonna
have
push?
2 dice. I have 2 dice. It's not
I
worth
have 2
it.
dice and I did it. The worst thing is you fail again.
Okay, I'll push it, I guess. Where's me?
Boom.
Yay!
Ooh.
To be fair, he would be stressed, but more like with Lisa's situation.
In the heightened stress of the moment, Arthur is a little too late to get down, to get
no.
out of the way. Being very ginger, very slow, very careful with Emily, and Tommy starts crying. You hear the roar of the engine. Very demure, very cutesy, very considerate. You see 2 sources of light flying down the road in your direction. And you see it slow down. The lights fully, blindingly on you all trying to hide. And then you see a door open. And stepping out, smoke billowing from a cigarette, you see Lisa Johnson smiling down at all of you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I heard y'all could use a ride.
I am in love with this woman.
I swear to God, you're definitely an angel.
Yes, I'm an angel. Come on, Rev, let's get you up out of that ditch.
everybody get it.
There should be enough room for everybody. Let's put the injured in the back. What the hell happened to Renee?
Long
She
story.
fell on her own
Let's keep
shovel.
going. She
Alright.
she fell on her shovel.
No.
Ignore the missing hair out the back of the head. That was. She got pulled backwards and fell on a shovel.
Well, I managed
Mild.
to siphon a
Deep.
can of gas. We're driving to Lake Park. We're gonna make it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
All right. Little blessings. This
I
guy's.
kind of want to ask her where she learned to siphon gas, but you know, it's like okay.
Hey,
I mean,
let's not stereotype. Let's not stereotype my black characters, okay?
No.
Yes. okay. And I gave him.
Ivan's like, no. Hang on. Full back pedal. Hang on.
Listen, I'm white as shit and I know how to do that. So fuck off. That's just living in a low-income neighborhood. That has nothing to do with skin color.
Holy shit. You all pile into this car. It is a massive, like, station wagon, fully, like, 80s, like, Clark's going to Wally World type station wagon. If you get that reference, you're old as shit like I am.
Nope.
You, all pile in. you see, thank you, Carrie. You see Lisa kind of looks down between the console. Who would be in the passenger seat as she's in the
Me!
driver's seat? The Reverend.
Obviously.
Um,
Yes.
She looks at you, Reverend, and just says, as she looks down at the console and opens it, and you see it is a cassette tape holder. And she just goes, "Well, Reverend, I hope you like Garth Brooks, because that's about all they got in this damn car." And she puts it into the console, the tape player,
thank God.
the tape deck, and presses play. And as you all pull away, the red brake lights in the distance, Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks playing over the scene. That is what we'll pick up next session.
Oh, God. I technically have a guitar on
Woo!
my inventory, but the way I've been doing this is that I couldn't be carrying a guitar, so I will say that I'll get one when we get to Valdosta. Because
you
it
go.
makes no sense for me to carry a guitar with me right now, but I have one.
Man.
Man,
Bro.
Renee's very
Oh,
bad, a
I-
really horrible day. Oh,
Renee's
I've
bad
just been on the
day.
edge of my seat this entire time. Oh my god.
I
Right.
mean,
Tim, you have such a great way of storytelling because I was stressed the fuck out and I forgot I was not Renee.
I was stressed the fuck out, and I was not the character that was in getting banged around the head.
Oh,
Oh.
that
Oh
flashback
my
was a
God,
lot
this
of
last-
fun. I had a lot of fun with
But
that.
this last part with the oh my God, I just gave Tim our savior.
Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
going to hurt so bad when she dies.
When she dies.
It
Yeah.
really is.
She gets torn to
Anyways,
pieces.
we're still recording, so goodbye, internet.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.